We found an empty bus sitting on that corner. It had been stolen from a bus depot nearby. The marshal takes 2 steps toward Owen. So the better question would be, what is the reason you thought that bus was a diner, Mr. Avery? The marshal says, crossing his arms on his chest. As if to say, I want to hear this. Well, at the time, I was. Owen stops to think, they are not even asking me about the hooded man. Why? I better choose my words wisely so as not to have another problem on my hands. The officer pulls up a chair and takes off his jacket. You were saying, Mr. Avery? He prompts, flipping open a small notebook. Listen, Mr. Avery, I understand what you are going through. You wake up in the hospital in handcuffs. Listen. The officer slides closer to Owen. I know you were fighting someone. There is blood at the crime scene that doesn't match you or the girl. Or anyone on record, for that matter. Now that raised some red flags. That is the reason I am here. Now I gave you some bounded truth, so about you do the same? He says modestly, then sinks back in his chair. Owen takes a deep breath and slowly closes his eyes to gather himself. Okay, he wants the truth of what happened that night, so do I. What exactly did happen that night? If the girl is dead, how? Why? Owen looks up at the ceiling but still doesn't respond. Mathers does not seem to mind the wait. He settles in his chair to receive whatever account of that night Owen can provide. Owen moves his gaze from the ceiling to the floor. Okay, Marshal Mathers. Ha ha ha, that's funny. Well, I was leaving my AA meeting. I was on my way to my father's house when, just as Owens is about to supply testimony of the events, his father Owens walks through the door. The marshal jumps to his feet to gather himself and receive his professional look. At ease, young man, I am not here to start a political power struggle. I'm here to find out why my son missed our appointment. Owens stops to give his son an indifferent look briefly. Mr. Mathers, could you give me a beverage, please? Owens turns towards the marshal. Mathers rubs his sweating forehead, then places his hands on his knees to gain a standing position. Sure, Mr. Avery, what can I help you with? He asks politely, keeping his frustration hidden. I would like a Canada Dry please, my good man, Owens states in a calm assertive tone.